What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode here on the Piscifun YouTube channel. I've been getting tons and tons of requests on my TikTok channel to do a boat tour to show you guys the brand new boat that I just got, how I have it laid out, my electronics, and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna do that right now in this video, along with giving you a few tips along the way. Check it out. Okay guys, drop me a comment below. Let me know what kind of boat that you fish out of, or do you fish on shore, or maybe you use a kayak or a float tube. Let me know in a comment below what you like to fish from or how you like to fish. Doesn't matter how you fish, just matters that you're going fishing. So, first things first, let's go over what kind of boat this is. So this is a Triton. Triton is made by Earl Bentz, been around for a long time, very trusted boat brand. Had a Ranger before this, and I really enjoy this fishing platform. This is the model, guys. It's a 189 TRX. Now that means that this boat is 18 feet 9 inches long. TRX is the model. So I wanted to make sure that I had a boat that was big enough for me to use, but not too big that it hindered me from doing a lot of the things that I like to do when it comes to getting on smaller bodies of water and things like that. Plus, let's face it, this 18'9" fits in the garage perfectly. Let's take a look at the motor that powers this boat, shall we? So what we have here is a Mercury 4-stroke outboard, okay? Now, there's a difference between 4-stroke and 2-stroke. This one is a 150, so pretty standard rating for this size of a boat. But 4-stroke and 2-stroke are a little bit different in the sense that a 4-stroke has an external reservoir for oil, and a 2-stroke is actually going to inject and mix that oil and that fuel into the cylinder. So that's the difference. Generally, 4-strokes are quite a bit quieter, which I personally like because I can talk to my partner while we're flying across the lake. And 4-strokes tend to have great longevity. Here's a quick overall panning shot of the whole front deck. Just showing you guys. The nice thing is, even though this isn't a 21-foot model, the deck is just as wide as a 21-foot model, just not quite as long, which gives me a lot of space up front to move around when we're fishing. Here's a whole view of the back area. This boat did come with a second console, but I like the space, so I took the console out. Just makes for a lot more room in the boat. Now, I'm sure you guys wonder, and you see videos, what are these red things that I have here? And then I have another one up here on the front deck. So these are what's called a motor sock, okay? My buddy Opie Towel has a company that makes these, and basically what it is a neoprene Velcro sleeve that can be ordered in custom sizes that covers up all your cables and wires, makes it super convenient so you're not tripping over stuff and stuff's not getting tangled. One of my favorite things that I have on this boat. Now, anyone who owns a boat knows how important your electronics are. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at the electronics that I have on this boat, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about them. First, we'll show you guys what I have here at the console. So this is a 9-inch Garmin unit. So this unit is pretty standard. It's got the side imaging capability, it's got down imaging, down view, all that good stuff. I guess if you want to be technical, it's Garmin, so it's side view and down view. But it's been a great unit so far. I really like it. And this whole boat is outfitted with Garmin's. I'm not quite sure yet, but I might actually switch this one over to a Humminbird. Now here on the front of the boat, guys, you can see I have two Garmin's. One is for mapping, and this one is purely for sonar and live scope and that sort of stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna switch out that to a Humminbird and then my console to a Humminbird, and probably just keep the Garmin for the live scope aspect. I can tell you guys that live scope is an absolute game changer when it comes to fishing. So my front Garmin here is just powering up right now. I'll kind of just show you guys what the interface looks like. So that's the live scope for you guys. If I was in the water, you'd be able to see that. Let's go home. You can see here we've got an array of different things. We can go into our charts, we can look at our mapping, all kinds of different stuff. We'll go back home, then you can go into your sonar, and there's just so many different things you can do on these graphs. It's honestly really amazing. So definitely pretty stoked to have this big Garmin live scope graph here on the front of the boat. So guys, right here on the front, I'll show you what the live scope transducer looks like. So if you want to come over here and just take a look at this, you can see here, this is the live scope transducer. So this sends a pinging signal outward and downward that allows you to be able to get that forward view and that down view as part of your live scope option. So very nice transducer. And you can also see it's got down here, it's got the side view and the down view as well. So everything rigged up right here. You'll see that I've got a prop nut silencer here. Basically what that thing does, it silences your trolling motor or reduces the noise when you're in shallow water, so that way you don't scare the fish away as easily. Now, if there's anything as important as your graphs, personally more important in my opinion, It's your trolling motor. So the first thing that I did when I bought this boat is I went ahead and I upgraded to a Minn Kota Ultrex. Now you might ask, why a Minn Kota Ultrex? Well guys, there's two reasons. One, the foot pedal is power assisted. That means it has the capability of a cable drive, but it's super easy to rock your foot back and forth and be able to make that trolling motor turn. Number two is spot lock or anchor mode. Being able to tap a button and have that trolling motor GPS lock and keep you in a location is a huge benefit when you're on the water, especially because I film and I'm doing different things. So it's nice to be able to keep that boat in one spot if it's on a windy day or if I'm in current or anything like that. So the Ultrex was an absolute must-have upgrade for me. Just some simple little things on the boat that aren't no big deal, but I figured I'd go ahead and show you. That's where I keep my Ultrex remote. And then I also keep like my dip and die, super loose stuff like that in there. And then you always wanna make sure if you're on the boat, you have sunblock as well. So that's just a little middle container that I keep my stuff in. There's another little storage container there, wallet, keys, stuff like that. I do have to say I am a serious fan of the premium seats on these Tritons. This is not a 21-foot model, but you would not know it if you looked at all the features that are in this boat. Another cool feature on the boat, it is rigged up with an infinity stereo system. So I can connect to, let's say, my favorite station, and we can jam out while we're on the water, or I can plug in my Bluetooth and I can also play music off my phone. So that's a pretty cool feature. Pro trim is always nice. I can trim my motor up and down without having to reach down here to the throttle. One of the things I really love about my Triton is it's got nice, big, deep live wells. You can see they're nice and empty right now, but that's a lot of space, guys. Like if I reach down into here, like my whole arm goes in before I get down to the bottom there. So it's definitely nice deep live wells, which is awesome when you get those bigger fish in there. And when it comes to tackle storage, most boats are pretty standard. They have 2 compartments here in the back. You can see I've got some of my gear right here in the back. And then if we go over here on the other side, I've got some more boxes in this side. And then we'll show you up front here in a second. A quick tip or idea, guys, no matter how big your boat is, do some sort of a labeling system on your boxes. It is so much nicer and so much easier to go in and grab your stuff when you have everything nice and labeled. Oh, and another cool thing, there's lights on the insides of all these compartments, which is super awesome at night. This boat also does have a built-in cooler. So like today when we're gonna go out, a lot of times my girlfriend will relax on the boat or my friend will relax on the boat and just have a couple drinks. So a nice deep cooler is awesome to throw your water in or any alcohol or soda or anything like that. Big up front storage compartment, all hydraulic. Usually keep my net in here because it's so big, and I got a bunch of different boxes in here. Boxes of my Kitex, I got a box of line in here. You can see I've got labels, worms and creatures, trailers. So nowhere near maxing out the storage on this boat. You can see there's tons of room in here still. One of my favorite features is really the amount of space in this boat. Up front here, you see I've got all my Piscifun rods ready to rock here on the deck. Awesome boat buckles. These are great, they just retract. Keep your rods nice and safe there on the front deck. Got one on that side as well. All right, and here is the side compartments. You can see this one is pretty much empty. I've got a couple of rods in there. Normally I'll have a bunch of extra rods in here or whatever else you need to store. But like I said, tons and tons of space. I like to call this little area the boat graveyard. So as I'm fishing and I'm switching lures or I'm done with the lure or a hook breaks or something like that, I just throw them all in here. That way I can clean them out easy at the end of the day. Other side here, gotta be safe. So this is where we have all of our life jackets and everything on this side. Again, tons of space. This is something I have not had on boats previously. This is super cool. So normally you have to go up front and plug a light in for your navigational lights, but this boat actually has my red and green lights molded in on either side of the boat. Awesome feature. There she is, guys. 2017 Triton TRX paired with a Mercury 4-stroke 150. That's my baby. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. And drop me a comment below and let me know what else you guys would like to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Head on over, check us out on Instagram, and hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you on the water next time.